It's the same thing I told you on the phone yesterday. I'll try to not wear sunglasses. I have very sensitive eyes.
Let's move into the shade.
Yes, sir. There you go. And
you know, I want to make this very, I mean, I'm not trying to cause problems.
okay.
But I'm very concerned with the behavior of your deputy.
Okay.
And I surely hope that it doesn't come from you.
Okay. I understand. And
because
as you know already, I was not there.
I know, sir.
And what I'll tell you is that I'm talking to you. You're the first person I'm going to get a report from that I review. I've got other information that I will review after.
Was there a report written on the call?
I wrote a report on our call, and there was a report written on the contact with you.
Okay.
But so what I'm going to do is I have not reviewed that, and I am going to basically what I'm doing is giving you first crack at me.
Okay.
We all know that life is complex, and so I'm going to tell you again. I got interrupted before. I'm going to tell you again what I told you yesterday on the phone, and that is that I'm not willing to be part of whatever you do with your broadcast career or your.
Well, I'm just telling you, sir, that
but please let me make my point without interrupting you. I don't want to be posted on YouTube. I don't want any of that stuff. And I'm not trying to tell you you can't use your camera. I got my camera.
Right. And so we both get cameras.
Sure. Right.
And it's a part of my First Amendment right, freedom of the press. I can do anything I want with it, sir.
Okay,
You're a public servant.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, in order to avoid entangling myself in a debate or a dispute, I'm going to give you the documents that you will need to make a written complaint.
Are you going to let me show you the video?
If we can do that without a dispute or entanglement, yes, sir. I want
you to watch it because
how long are we talking about?
It's the whole interaction.
Okay.
Well,
but just
half of
ballpark,
it.
how long?
Can I explain what happened first? You haven't even let me tell you what happened.
Could as long as I interrupted you to ask you a question, would you tell me ballpark how long of the video it is?
Does it even matter, sir?
Yes, because I have numerous demands on my time, and I want to budget a realistic thing.
I drove
don't want to start
over
something.
3 hours, and I have an appointment with you.
Yeah.
And if you don't give me my free time, then we're gonna have a problem.
Okay, so we're already having a problem as far as I'm concerned. If you can send me the video somehow, I will give you my email address, and I will view it.
You're not willing to look at it, sir?
You will show it to me. I just can't guarantee I have however much time there is to view it. You told me it's of the whole interaction. I don't know how long that is. So
it's about 10 minutes.
Okay, let's start it, and I will watch it. But I want to give you this. I want you to be able to fill that out and send it to me by snail mail, or I can have your. I've got my business card on there, but it's got an expired email, and I want you to have my current email if you can send me electronically.
Well, first of all, let me tell you we were on a public easement. Okay, the road is 66 feet wide. I was pulled off to the side of the road. My car was shut off.
Okay.
I just met four gentlemen on the road. Okay, they were from Michigan. I'm from South Dakota. They were just asking me we were just shooting the shit. Okay. Mrs. Fortune pulled up on her UTV and tried to kick us off the road. And it happens to me all the time. I hunt all over the state, and people try to kick me off private or public property all the time. I know my rights.
Okay.
Okay, so I explained to her that we were on a public easement and asked her to move on and quit harassing us. She left. The husband then shows up. He does the same exact thing, and he says that they've called the law. And I said, good, because I am going to press harassment charges on you because we're well within our rights of where we're parked. The cars were not running. We're just talking, standing there, exercising our First Amendment right.
Rude. I'm going to either move or.
Okay, so I said, did you really call the law? And he said, well, yeah. He said, the deputy explained to us that you were correct, you are on a public easement. And I said, and he's still coming. And he goes, well, yeah, he wants to check you guys out. And I'm like, what are you talking about, sir? We're just standing here on a public easement. What does he need to check out? He goes, well, we need to find out who you guys are. Okay? Got a real problem with that. So then we have to wait like a half an hour, because I'm not going to run off and him show up and only get Mr. Fortune's story, not our story. So I wait for him. Deputy pulls up. I said, how you doing? How's it going? Sorry for having you waste your time, come out to do this. Immediately escalates the situation. Blows me off, walks right by, says, I don't want to talk to you, I'm here to talk to him. Okay, so I already know. I'm in small town America, and I'm the outsider.
Well, as far as I know, you weren't even in a town, you were in...
You know what I'm saying.
Rural,
you know what I'm saying. He knows I'm out of town.
All right.
He knows the family. So, immediately I ask for a supervisor, because I know he's a deputy, and I want you. Okay?
So I'm just going to stop you here, Patrick. I appreciate that you're passionate about this, and I know these are real concerns. If we could fast forward to so I could see for myself what happened.
Well, I'm just telling.
Don't accept.
Well, I'm almost to the video
Yes,
part.
sir.
Okay, so
Very
I'm not
good.
filming at this time because I have my phone, and I say, well, I'm going to call 911 because I want the sheriff here. And he said the sheriff is not available, and the landowner says he's the deputy. He's the one, whatever. Okay, I already know I'm outmanned, and he refuses to call you. Okay, he refused to call you, and I threatened to call 911 on him. I said I'm going to get it.
Chase that because otherwise I'll be distracted by watching.
I said I'll get a trooper out here then. Okay, so then I start videotaping.
Is that Mr. Fortune's pickup?
What's the next part, sir?
What are you hiding?
It's none of your business. We've broken no laws. You cannot ID me. That's a violation of my Fourth Amendment right.
Where's his camera?
Yes, it is, sir. You need to know your laws.
I do know my laws, and I'm asking you for your identity.
You're not going to get it. I've broken no law.
I'm asking you. You're here in Jackson County. I'm asking you.
Is that a lawful order?
I'm telling you.
60222.
Trespassing me from public land.
You are not a public.
I am right now. Yes, I am.
Did go ahead?
It's
Public easement.
yes, and that's what I'm on, sir.
I will return back to 602 at 115 area.
Because I'm going to do a lawsuit against you and your county. Tell me it's a lawsuit. Tell me it's a lawful order.
This is a lawsuit.
Tell me it's a lawful order. You're trespassing me from public
I'm gonna ask
property.
you to leave before you start a fire.
Okay.
Okay?
602 also you're going to be too charged.
Says he has the right to do that. What's the statute?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
What's the statute number?
It doesn't really matter at this point.
Stand for.
Go look it up.
Will you please look it up because you just said it's a law.
Yeah, it is a concern of the fire hazard. Your vehicle can sit here for any length of time. This one's going to the ground.
Look at your vehicle's running. Mine is not.
Look at where the heat of my vehicle.
Well, you understand what a catalytic converter is, right?
Oh yeah, I use that one to move the guys.
Well, I'll leave if it's a
I'm
lawful
asking
order.
you to at least move down the road to public land. Where it's on both sides, there's no issue.
There is no issue here, but I will.
It is 33 feet from the cover.
you have a business card, sir, since you make
From
contact?
the center of the road to there.
Yeah.
You have the right to be on.
And that's what we're doing right now. But this gentleman right here, you mean private? I need a business card. Okay. Okay.
And I still think no.
You're not going to get an identification. That's illegal. I've broken no laws. The only way you can get my ID is if I've broken a law. What reasonable, articulable proof do you have that I've broken the law? That doesn't work that way. That isn't how that law works. No, it doesn't. I'm not disorderly. Disorderly takes.
This young man's a public. He's young man.
Yeah.
And when you start yelling and screaming at me,
Saying bad things about
That doesn't.
well, it did, but who started?
So then you need to arrest him too.
I didn't witness that one. I witnessed what you did to me.
What did I do? Did I call you a name, sir? I have my First Amendment right. I can say anything I want to you.
And you also interrupted me, and you also.
That's not
screamed
against
at
the
me,
law.
And you also screamed at me.
That's not against the law either.
And you're not listening.
That's not against the law either. Let's just move on.
Yeah, how about if we do?
Yeah. I need your business card and then I'm leaving. Don't be a bootlicker. Do you think it's okay that we give up our rights?
Right. We just have as much right to be on this road.
Right.
Let you know this is.
And you
I wouldn't want him to ID you, but he obviously knows you already.
actually, I don't know this young man because we haven't met.
Okay. Are you new to the county?
I'm not new.
All right. Just give me a business card and I'll leave the
Well,
public
I don't have any
land.
on.
What's your name?
Deputy Beck.
What's your number? Employee number?
391.
Thank you. Thank you, Deputy Beck.
So, I am still going to talk to this young man. And I'd like to talk to you in a more orderly fashion. Okay? If you guys want to enjoy your picnic, just be careful of fires. I stress that. You can't understand how much
We got that, sir. We've been delayed here a long time waiting for you to get here because it's a waste of time. We were going to be gone a half an hour ago, sir. His wife did. I know that. Well, I know the truth. His condescending attitude. Staying here on public road. You guys want water? And his car's running the whole time, half in the ditch. He goes on and on about fire dangers. Chatting it up with Mr. Fortune right now. And here he comes. Finally figured out that well, I didn't want to act like I was running. I wanted you to get both sides of the story. So you want to know the story? Sir, I'm driving this way. They're driving that way. I saw an animal about 3 miles back. I said, "You guys animal hunting?" "No, we're deer hunting." "Are you?" I said, "No, I'm just scouting driving around here too." I said, "'Cause there's a big animal in the public back there." That's it. So they're from Michigan, just started shooting shit. Okay.
It's wait for me about
So that's all we do. Shooting shit. And then his wife pulled up. Now it's all angry, saying you can't be here.
Well, I think she was concerned that he might actually be hunting on.
Well, because we're wearing camouflage. I asked him if he's riding a horse because he's wearing a cowboy shirt.
Well, actually, that's a very good question because I guarantee you, 20 minutes ago, he grabbed the horse.
I thought he didn't.
I know and I
Well,
told
so
him-
that's all. And I told him that. I said we're on public property. We're not worried about us.
And I understand there's some words exchanged. I don't care.
Well, she got mad at me because she said that the road is public, but once you're off the road, and I assured her that the road is 66 feet wide.
It's 33 feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, every section stayed off the road. So,
With the exception of highways and stuff.
right. He'd probably get really mad if I walked a section line across his land, which I can do legally.
Depends on the section line.
There's no closed in
I'm
South
actually
Dakota.
going to tell you that there is. In this county, there are multiple section lines that are closed.
I've already had a meeting with the county and the conservation officer. He told me that any that are closed
I like that.
have to be posted by the state as being closed. You can't take a landowner's I checked.
We're not going to get into that.
We're not because I just want you to know that I don't break any laws. And I know the laws. Okay? I know all my constitutional rights, and we're just a couple of guys sharing some passion.
I totally get it.
Didn't know each other from Adam.
And I'll be honest with you, the landowners out here, they are very concerned over their resources. We've already had some really bad fires in this country, and when a fire starts,
Sir,
it don't stop.
These four gentlemen are mechanics.
I totally
I'm
get
just
it.
saying, your catalytic converter is right over grass right now.
Actually, if you want to look, I'm going to see
Okay, it's pretty close. Anyway,
on a nice gravel ridge.
we want to get going.
I
Go
totally
hunt some
understand.
public land.
It's a lot nicer to go hunt some place where you actually can go hunting than it is standing right here on the road.
We're trying to find the deer.
Yep, I totally get
I was sharing. They couldn't believe someone from South Dakota is going to give away their hunting spots until this guy showed up. I said, well, he's private. You know,
Yeah, he is correct.
they'll call and complain when the deer are eating their haystacks in the farmyard. They won't
Actually,
let
he
anybody
never-
kill them right now.
I've seen the list.
Okay. All right. You have a card then?
Not on me, but I do have one in the car. So if you want to exercise your rights and just walk with me, that would be fine with me.
For what?
Get in my car.
At that point, I didn't know what he wanted me to come to his car for. Didn't trust him. I'll take it.
You have a good day. I got no issues with you all. Can I ask that you stop and not film my car?
She doesn't have the right to do
Okay. For any lawsuit or whatnot, make sure you spell my name right. That's the only thing I have.
that. Well, you didn't violate my rights. You almost did.
Well, I did ask for your ID to find out.
You
more.
can ask. You can ask. But
You said no.
that's right. It's not stop an ID
You know
state.
what, I'm just gonna let you guys speak.
Well, we haven't done anything
I'm
wrong.
gonna let you guys speak. I'm gonna drive off of this, back down to the approach where I can safely turn around here. Don't worry about certain fire lanes.
You have Google, right? Google the flag code. These flags are in violation of the United States flag code.
We're not even gonna go down that discussion. You have a good day.
I appreciate you taking the time to show me the whole thing. And I know you went well out of your way to meet with me.
What do you
I
think,
appreciate
sir?
that. Well, I think,
I've got quite a list of
Okay.
violations
Sure.
there. That was a illegal detainment. It took over an hour.
Okay, and so what I would ask you to do is put it in writing, and I've already talked with our county attorney and told him that I was gonna ask him to review a citizen complaint versus law enforcement.
You know what, sir? We all know how far it'll go and where it'll go.
Well,
But-
I have to do my end of it, and I
Okay.
appreciate it if you gave me something to submit, and, I wanted to make just a general.
Can I ask you, I realize that in the state of South Dakota, the police academy is a year shorter than barber college. It takes 2 years to be a barber in South Dakota, and it takes about less than a year to be a police officer. And I do realize that you all swear on the Constitution to defend it. And I wish I would find a police officer that knows what the First Amendment is, what the Fourth Amendment is, okay? Because he clearly doesn't. He thinks it's okay to ask anybody for their identification, which is wrong, okay? And you even asked me yesterday, which is wrong, okay?
And what I'll tell you, Patrick, is I'm accountable, I am known, and I wanted to deal with somebody who is meeting me on equal footing. I agreed to meet under different circumstances because I could tell this was important to you, and as I told you on
Well, my rights were violated, sir, okay? And it scares me when officers, because those young
Patrick,
guys,
I had wanted to make a statement, and it's something that's sincere, and you can judge for yourself. You told me yesterday that you'd have to see me to decide if you trusted me or not, and I know that you're still processing and deciding. I get it, and I get loud and clear that you've had interactions with law enforcement that leave you questioning the whole bunch, and I get that, and that's fair. And you are absolutely, if we have freedom of speech, we certainly have freedom of thought and choice and decision and how to process information and have opinions, all of that. I support that, I celebrate that. And I paid a price for that sometimes, but I gladly and willingly support it. And the statement I wanted to make to you sincerely, and I understand you may not accept it, and that's your right. But my statement is that I serve the public the best I can out of love for the duty that I've chosen to spend my life in. And my service is only as good as my partnerships, my contacts, my connections with the human beings that surround me. And the good Lord chose to outnumber me by other people, 8 billion to 1, so I realize that I'm outvoted and I need to work with people. I get that. And I would love if people saw that in Jackson County Sheriff's Office as something that was easy to believe. And
You too, sir.
It's uncomfortable for me when it's not easy for people to believe that. I get that. And so I would really like to be able to submit a report. And what I'll tell you, and I'm not saying go bark up another tree, I'm not saying that. But if you feel that I am not giving you a chance to be heard, or that you're confident that I will fail to do anything with any of this information, the Attorney General's office runs the State Division of Criminal Investigation.
You know what? What happened to that guy? He killed a man. Okay? I'm not going there either.
Okay,
And this
but
is the thing. The video starts out with your deputy trying to kick me out of your county. Okay?
Well, I understand.
And I repeatedly made him repeat the demand that he's kicking me out of the county.
Okay,
And
what
if you
I'd
don't
like
if
to-
you
I
don't
get
realize that
passion.
there's a real problem there, sir, then I'm going to now go above you.
Okay. And I want to be sure you know that
Because-
I accept that. And
Because in
I'm
most
accountable.
organizations, the people at the top, the behavior trickles down. Okay? And now I know where I stand with you as well.
Okay. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, and I am sorry that your drive here led to a disappointing contact for you. I am. And I hope that we can do something with, if you put that in writing, can I give you my current email address? I could write it on the back of
Do you
one
have
of
a
those
business
forms.
card?
I stapled one to there, but my business cards have
Write it on there.
my business cards have an expired email address. should I just write it right on this?
Sure.
I'm going to capitalize it, but it's not case sensitive. But I have.
Where does this go? Where does this complaint go to?
Let me write this so I can give you my brain power to
Okay.
to answer it.
Sir, you do realize that there's a huge disconnect between law enforcement and the public, and situations like this are not helping.
I'm stepping back so I don't get any spit on me.
Do you understand? These problems, they continue. And the division, that man tried kicking me out of your county before he even knew the story, sir. Okay? And he walked up to the scene, escalating. And the thing that concerns me with individuals like that is they get good cops killed, okay? That man has probably ruined numerous lives in this county. Planting evidence, whatever. He's untrustworthy. He lies multiple times and violates my rights multiple times, okay? And I only have half of them on video because the other half I was trying to call you, okay? Because he refused.
Were you calling the office or 911 or who were you?
I didn't have a signal. I couldn't call
I
anybody.
gotcha. I was just wondering the nature of trying to call.
But I thought I was in trouble, okay? I was nervous, I was scared. He showed up, escalating the situation, and I knew whose side he was on, okay? I've been around the block, and I knew I was in trouble, okay? So I had to work with that imbecile. I'll say that.
Okay, I'm going to end our interview
Okay.
now. But I really would appreciate if you'd send that to me either electronically or preferably hard copy. And I
I tried doing this man to man. This
Yeah.
this means nothing to you, obviously. Okay?
I think you
And-
misunderstand
and-
where I'm coming from, but it's certainly your right.
If it
Certainly
only
is.
goes to you, I've tried to do that man to man,
Sure.
and you've done
What-
nothing.
What I told you before, I'll repeat because it bears repeating, that I will submit this to our county attorney and ask him if there are grounds to pursue this farther. And if there are, I'll tell you. If there aren't, I'll tell you. I've got your phone number. I've got your first name. So I will call you back once that complaint is reviewed.
We'll see.
I appreciate your time, and I will shake your hand.
Yeah.
I'll look you in the eyes and shake your hand.
I appreciate it, sir. And I want you to honor your oath. Okay? You swore on the Constitution to get that badge, right?
I swore an oath, including to honor and defend the constitutions of
Right.
South Dakota and the United States. Absolutely.
It's the United States first and foremost, above the state.
Understood.
Okay, so please honor your oath. And I printed that off for your officer. He can have that.
I will be sure
Tell him
give
to
it
study it, because he clearly has no clue on what it is.